Hey guys, it's Main here, back again with another IE review. Today, we're looking at Ohhridz account. Um, to preface the account, he did say he started in October. So, what, a month and a half, almost 2 months ago? October 6th. So, recent, newer account. And it looks like they're in World 6, what I gather. Yeah, you're in World 6, kind of stuck in the Woodland Spirits, which is to be expected for an account this early. So, I think you've progressed rather fast. So hats off to you. So I don't think I can really roast you for being an account this early, gotten this early into World 6. You obviously did something good and right here. So let's see what advice we can do to kind of fix up your account, position you to be even better to get into the like mid end of World 6 as well, to start pushing more the end game objectives. So let's take a look at your overall account. Let's see what your Obals look like right now. You have a set of pop Obals almost, and you have Hyper 6 Obals. You have a Hyper 6 Square Obal. You have Hyper Pyre Obals. So you either got lucky on some Hyper Obals or you've whaled out. There's no in between. Did you miss Choco Chip? You have Choco Chip. Okay, not terrible. Your lab only level 35 on this character? 35, 35, 37, 35, 34. Yikes. I'm gonna look at your cards. Drop rate, good there. Okay. Demon Genie, it's 4-star. You have some pretty good cards. So, what I would recommend right now for you is I would take your DK with the Choco Chip and the 1 card double that you have. Do a card set that you have for Crystal Spawn Chance. Okay, you do. If you have another drop rate card, and put it there. But this is a good card setup that you have here. I would change this from skill EXP to damage drop and EXP. And I would go to roll 2, doing either Sandy Pots, Sand Castles, or Snellbees, either or, and just doing crystal farming there to try to get some square dice ovals. Those square dice ovals, you can actually upgrade into the Sparkle you see here. Ooh. And quick note about the shit, I don't have any. These dice ovals, you can actually roll them for even higher drop rate. They roll up to +1 of what the base oval actually shows you. So the pop ovals, I think, start at 2. Once they're bronze, roll it up to 3, and then upgrade to silver. It'll upgrade automatically to 4, which you did here. Same logic applies to the square ovals. You can upgrade this to 6, and it'll upgrade to 7 when you do. Upgrade this to 6. It'll go to 8 when you have the golden triple 6s. You can upgrade these even further into hexagons, and then those hexagons into sparkles. You want to do the early conversion on the silver obals because it costs less obal fragments. And when you're doing roll 2 crystal farming specifically, it'll help you in gaining more obal fragments because obals drop like left and right when it's in roll 2 crystal farming. Yeah, the main goals there that you're trying to do is trying to get more drop rate. The more obals you have, the more sparkle and hexagon obals you have for drop rate specifically, the easier your Onyx statue grind is going to be, which I think is going to be what you want to position yourself for. So you want to get an obal page on the family page for drop rate and a personal family page, page for drop rate as well on your DK to boost your drop rate as high as you can. It looks like you're positioning this character to be your main DK, which is fine. Your drop rate 8.58. If you get more obals for drop rate, you can easily push this to 10, maybe 11x, and that's more than enough to start doing crystal farming. Your current crystal chance, 1 in 72, is pretty much where you want it to be. It's 11x now. Good, good. Okay. What was that one called? Crystals for Days. Yeah. Brought the set and personal page. Good. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, most of the crystal chance that you're going to be getting is going to come from Crescent Shrine, so leveling this up passively with your characters. Especially if you're at the point in World 6 where you've unlocked the collective bargaining agreement, you can move around the shrine without worrying about the EXP resetting. But just make sure the shrines are in the world where most of your characters are. Yeah. You hit multi-tool right after review? Damn, that's sick. But yeah, Crescent Shrine is going to be great for you, so you can get more crystal spawn chance. Just make sure you're putting your shrine in the world where most of your characters are. So it looks like you should probably move all your characters into World 4 Town, do Lab and Divinity at the same time. In fact, let's look at your Divinity. It's going to skip around. Okay. Okay, so you have Dude, clearly, right? Okay. For sure, still go and unlock these gods. I don't remember how Doot works if you have these gods active, but you need to unlock these gods so you can actually get their blessing bonuses at the very most. Yeah, so what you need to do is stick the prayer style on these characters to whatever gives you the most EXP. And if you are able to get Divinity and Lab at the same time, with Doot, then I would stick him in Lab, if not put him in the Divinity altar, because you want to progress Divinity. You want to get Divinity gain, you want to get Divinity EXP, and push that. Permeep is especially important because of the achievement. You need the achievement for 10 alternate bonuses. Yeah, the alternate atom clicks in alchemy every single day. You get 10 for free just for unlocking Permeep. And you also need to link one character to Permeep so you can get the gaming speed as well as sailing speed that it provides, which is going to help you with sailing, getting through the later islands a lot faster. Yeah, Doot will make all of these gods active with the exception of Permeep. You still need to link one character to it. Let's go back to World 1. Okay, 4,000 stamp levels, not terrible for where you are. So, good job. I think early on you can still get some easy levels into Crystalline Stamp for more crystal spawn chance. This will help you with crystal farming and getting the Onyx grind underway for your character. But apart from that, as always, try to get to level 50 Divinity so you can unlock the multi-tool stamp. This provides you base skill efficiency, which gets multiplied by all the skilling efficiency sources that you see. It's going to make it a lot easier to produce ladles to get more upgrades in cooking, and cooking gives you a ton of damage, a ton of worship points, accuracy, defense, divinity points gain. Eventually in World 6, they'll give you even more meal cooking speed. Crop Evo chance, a bunch of bonuses. Cooking is a really insane skill for your account. And multi-tool stamp plus ladle stamp are really great ways to scale the amount of ladle generation that you get. The cooked meal stamp is a great early stamp to upgrade to get you more meal cooking speed. So if you have a good print and you have 10 million of these fish in your inventory, so I'd highly recommend trying to take this out, upgrade the stamp as much as you can. If you're struggling for damage, I would genuinely, I think Gmush kills are more than fine to farm out a little bit more of. Every 1 million kills is going to give you a multiplicative amount of money percent, provided you have the lab node active actually. So you can actually farm out the money for those stamps if you're struggling for that. Yeah. I do have a video on my YouTube specifically geared towards once you like the main goal for Middle World 6, like when you head to League Spirits, is going to be more skilling efficiency focused. So more boron upgrades, and unlocking Permeep is going to help you with this as well. Spending your atoms and trying to upgrade some of the earlier bubbles in alchemy to help give you more skilling efficiency. The hole in World 5 with mining efficiency is going to give you a ton more copper ore. So if you're there doing bravery and able to get mining efficiency, I'd recommend picking that so you can reprint and get more warriors and try to get more copper ore print for more atom generation to help you level up things like Warrior's Rule, Hardy Diggy, Strong Tools, Molt Orange, and Dream of Ironfish. Those are the scaling bubbles you should focus on to really help you juice out your prints to get you more atom generation. Okay, vials. Because your account's relatively new, you probably haven't had much luck in unlocking the vials. If you don't know this trick for Vial unlocking, let me swap over to the main game scene real quick, is I'm just holding down enter and like clicking on this and getting like a stack of 1. You can actually drop these on the vial, on the cauldron rather, and every single one of those will count as individual tries at unlocking the vial. So it effectively multiplies your opportunity to get those vials unlocked. So if you have a stack of like 100 of like individual stacks of 1 of the spook pint of the rolled 4 souls, you can take those, drop it on the cauldron, and have a higher chance of unlocking the actual vial. You do that for chocolate milkshake, Krakenade, all these other vials to get you those vials unlocked at the very least. Just unlocking them will be good enough for now. But specifically, if you're looking for damage, things like Krakenade are really good. The venison malts, the World 5 tremor worms, this cost reduction for stamps is going to help you a ton in getting more stamp levels, which I mentioned before is really, really important for your account. Getting more damage, getting more accuracy, getting more defense, all that stuff, really, really important. Yeah, I mean, overall, the stamps that the vials that you have unlocked are pretty fair for where you are at the account, and you are starting to get some of them at even level 13, which is really impressive. So overall, account is progressing really nicely here. And I wouldn't recommend touching sigils right now. I think you should focus on unlocking some of the bubbles from World 5 still. Like, you don't have Power of Try 1, Try 2, Try 3 unlocked yet. You don't have Big P unlocked yet. These are really good bubbles for you to unlock, and you're looking for damage. These 3 bubbles right here, insanely powerful for damage because it starts scaling your stats, and you can start scaling that a lot through gear and also these first bubbles here as well. God, AFK, you've really juiced out the fish here. Yeah. I would maybe turn off the explosive salt vial for a little bit to let you catch back up on red salts. Trying to really outrank the red salts a lot so you don't have to worry about running into a deficit at all. But you're not running into a deficit. You're just behind on red salt generation in relation to your orange salt. Never auto refine green salts. Always keep this on 0 and always try to level it up. Once you hit the second page, the synthesis cycle, you see the cycle time is almost like 4 to 5 times slower than combustion, which means leveling up your dioxide synthesis salt, your green salt, is almost never going to run you into a deficit for your blue salts, because you see every hour it takes you 57. It costs you 57 of these blue salts, but you're printing 91. Even though it's 3 levels higher, you're still going to be more than fine with green salts. You're more than fine for blue salts in order to produce your green salts. Okay. I would be mindful that some of your characters aren't at 90% print sample rate yet, so I'd recommend trying to get this up to 90%. If you don't have a Royal Sampler on these characters, I recommend equipping it. If you do have it and you're not meeting the 90%, upgrade the prayer. It's an additive decrease, or it's a subtractive decrease, I guess, to your EXP gain, and that's very negligible when it comes to getting class EXP or skill EXP. Don't worry about it if that's what you're worried about. Just upgrade it so you can get the 90% print sample rate. Because some of these characters are missing out on an 8% boost or 7% boost to their prints, which sounds insignificant, but it's actually a pretty big multiplier when it comes to your prints. Don't sleep on it. Ooh. Big party dungeon denier. All right. So talent points is definitely number 1 to max out first. Number 2, I'd go for AFK gains. I would then go for maybe weapon power if you're struggling for damage. Accuracy, defense are always good. And then cash as well. If you're struggling for money, this is another way you can try to get a little bit of extra cash. But yeah, definitely do some party dungeon. Do your happy hour. Equip the prayer even if you have it for flurbos and credits. And just do party dungeons so you can level these up. Good, okay. Even do it more often than that. Yeah, this salt Or this thing in the Salt Lake is definitely really good to get. The more max levels you have, the better it is. I mean, I mentioned this a lot in the reviews. The more talents you have, the more damage, the more efficiency you have, which means more prints, more account progress. This is also a good one. Look at cooking. Wow, okay, you're at some of the World 6 meals. Wait, hold on. Toolbox is fucked up. Huh? Toolbox is a little cracked right now. Okay. So with Diamond Chef, I would recommend if you are able to use some bargain tags to try to level up the spice. You may or may not be able to. Oh, you definitely can. I would use some bargain tags and try to level up this level up the meal. The actual multiplier you get from that doesn't cap out at 90%, like a lot of the bubbles do. You can still get a lot from upgrading Diamond Chef. I still get bonuses in meal cooking speed and recipe speed by upgrading Diamond Chef, even though it's at level 2000 for me. So you definitely can use some bargain tags in that upgrade it to get you more meal cooking speed. I'd also recommend trying to use some ladles and upgrading some of the meal cooking speed meals. So cabbage, corn dog, egg, eventually unlocking some of the other ones as well to give you more meal cooking speed. Where are they? Soda eventually is going to give you some more meal cooking speed. But yeah, I mean, your meals are pretty good. I imagine you probably got the cooking speed bonuses from bravery and or farming to give you less ladle cost on this. But yeah, like I mentioned, ladle cost generation is going to be what you want to focus on. So getting more skilling efficiency, getting more base all skill efficiency through the ladle stamp and multi-tool stamp to give you your Blood Berserker more AFK gains and more ladle generation to upgrade these meals even more. Don't sleep on cooking meals. They give you a ton of skilling efficiency and damage for your account. Really, really good. I don't even want to worry about Tome right now. Okay. Sailing. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so the next artifact you should aim for is AD Tablet. I'm trying to get this to Ancient, so you can get the sailing speed bonus, so you don't have to run into any problems with sailing speed to get towards some of the later islands. Getting this AD Tablet up to Ancient and eventually Eclipse is going to be really good for you to getting the Fury Relic island specifically. Fury Relic is going to help a ton in getting you towards 200 talent levels so that your Bubo's Tentacle talent hits level 200. Once it's 200, your alchemy is going to start skyrocketing out of control. Be able to get all the World 5 and World 6 bubbles unlocked like in a matter of like days. Cranium cooking is going to go ham. I do want to double check. So you aren't there yet. You're missing a few max talents, a few levels into max talent for you to actually get here. So I think you probably need Ancient Fury Relic and a combination of. Or you can do this with regular Fury Relic because you have Rift Slug, I imagine. I think 25 gets you to 80. A few extra levels, just Symbols of Beyond. I think to be safe, trying to aim for Ancient Fury Relic to get you level 200 Tentacle. It'll take this reduce attack cooldown by 2 into 3. Oh, no slug. Okay. Now I can't remember if the automation arm to 20 actually counts for checkout takeout, that achievement for World 3. I'd be mindful of that. If it doesn't, I just do 1 books until you get the 1000 book achievement. And then I would also recommend doing your Kilroy. I can't show you, but actually using your... Oh, they count as 1 each. So take out... So stop doing the 20 book turn-in. Do single book turn-ins. I'm getting conflicting info in chat here. Someone answered this for me a while ago, and I never committed it to memory, so I don't know. To be safe, I would do single books. Okay, regardless if the 20 book counts or not, I think you should still do single books because a lot of your talents still are at level 100, and you can get just general higher talent levels by just 20 max. Okay, it doesn't count. It does not count. Okay, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to tell everyone that it does not count. So use one book at a time. In Kilroy, I would recommend getting the library books to finish the achievement a lot faster, and trying to get the 1,000 books for the checkout takeout, because that gives you +5 max talent level, and that gives you the checkout refresh speed as well, so you get more books faster. But yeah, that plus regular Fury Relic, plus the Salt Lick, plus plus other stuff is going to help you get to level 200 talents. Symbols of Beyond as well, also going to help you. Rift Slug would also help you. All that stuff combined together to get to level 200. That tentacle at the 3-second cooldown reduction is going to be insanely powerful for your cranium cooking to get like super juiced. Your alchemy is going to get a lot more levels. It's going to be easier to collect liquid. Your liquid vestment, if you haven't unlocked yet, is going to go ham and getting you more liquid generation and more liquid cap in your liquid cauldrons to help your alchemy progress even further. Also helps you get more gems because the liquid account, you can buy more stuff in the alchemy shop. You can get more Obals as well. We're skilling Obals specifically for your characters. Alchemy is just such a good skill, and getting level 200 tentacle is one of the first big breakpoints for your for an account. Okay, buildings-wise, keep it up. If you have trimmed slots, I would recommend trying to upgrade Poisonic Elder. Poisonic Elder is going to start kind of taking over Boulder Roller in terms of the main tower that you use. Getting this level 20 is kind of like what you want to do, so you can realistically swap off of Boulder Rollers early game. Okay, skulls. I'd always look to try to upgrade the skulls. I think this is probably where your red salt deficit's coming into play. But always upgrade skulls if you can. Try to use your charge equally across all of your characters. Do not use charge siphon this early in the game. In fact, I never recommend using charge siphon ever. And I'd always try to use your charge on your V-Man specifically, or keep up with it so it's not overflowing, so you can level that up. Your V-Man specifically, you got the species Epoch talent. The more levels of worship and trapping that you have, the more critters and souls you get, which is going to make level 13 vials down the line way easier for you. You can't put yes, the Citric Conflict nerf was kind of sucked. It's going to make it a lot harder to get to wave 50 on that tower defense. So good luck with that. I think it's going to take a combination of you upgrading your towers a bit more, using getting Slow Roast Whiz up, and just getting lucky, I guess. Remember to do it on your Beastmaster, because you have the Freeze talent, as well as the Kickback talent. My computer... I think my cat like electric shocked my desk or something. Anyways, back to the review. Yeah. Yeah, it's just upgrading your buildings at this point is kind of what you need to worry about to get you further in tower defense, that is. Also, you don't have Slow Roast Whiz yet. Once you get Slow Roast Whiz, tower defense is going to become a lot easier. So, yeah. Getting the Flurbo shop to get you to matching skims, and then the next few battles, the next few upgrades. Ooh, actually, this dream right here, you can actually complete relatively easily. If you find someone to carry you in Party 1 dungeon, actually, we can do that later if you want, to get you this dream done, if you haven't done it already. Just completing this, getting this dream out of the way, and then unlocking the rest of them to try to unlock the next upgrades you have. Sure, absolutely. I can help you guys. How's breeding? How's your arena? Not there yet at wave 200. Okay, so that's fine. Honestly, considering how early you are, I'm pleasantly surprised you're even at wave 115. Getting to wave 125 is the next big kind of breakpoint for breeding to help you progress the spice battles, but also the arena. I don't know what pets you have unlocked, but Monolithic and Rattler are the two big ones you need to unlock. Burger as well. Those are the two big ones you need, or three big ones you need to try to do. Yeah, you couldn't make it. Okay, that's fine. If you have the recipe for the World 2 Splicer, that's going to help a ton in making that grind a lot easier to try to unlock monolithic so you can get the genes. If you are in World 2, Sand Giants are the easiest way to get the genes. The best monster to farm to get genes out of. Yeah. Yeah. Those pets are a big game changer for breeding. But yeah, once you get that, the 1.4x damage, the monster cash here, it's just really, really good. I also want to point out that Mutated Mush, if you go to, if you do crystal farming on DK, stack up your orb a lot, and then kill the Mutated Mush, it probably will drop you a lot of eggs. Also, never mind, you don't have Coliseum tickets. Never mind, forget. Yeah. All right. PO for calls. Yeah. Rest in peace. Okay. Early game farming. Sorry, I'm resetting my my talker. So early game farming really depends on growth speed, stronger vines, land plots, and eventually product doubler. These are your big like multipliers, I guess you could say, for farming. Trying to get up nutritious soil a ton is going to be really good for you because the faster you grow plots, the faster you grow your plants, the easier it is to progress. Also, when you get to Mama Trolls, which I think are 2 or 3 maps away, you'll be able to do a ticket trade-in for Magic Beans. Just unlocking OG is really, really important. So as soon as you get to Mama Trolls, turn in the ticket, unlock Overgrowth, and then try to spend some into Evo GMO, Speed GMO, and save up some for land ranks as well eventually. But early game, it's just straight up day market farming. Trying to get as high stronger vines as you can, as high nutritious soil as you can, as high land plots as you can, and then trying incrementally to unlock biology boost to give you crop evo chance to make it easier to push towards product doubler, more beans, land ranks, and such. The next big snowball point for farming is going to come with land ranks. Land ranks will straight up help multiply the value of your crops to give you a lot more. And then after that, it's going to be farming 1,000 crops and then eventually 10K and 100K crops for value GMO and super GMO respectively. It's slow to begin with. If you have spare gems saved up, which I don't think you did, buying extra land plots, Instagrow generators specifically are going to help speed up farming a ton. Instagrow generators, obviously, it lets you grow the crops without worrying about the growth speed. It also gives you 20% stronger vines. So it's just adds 20% to this. It's insanely strong, insanely powerful to help grow your crops. It's effectively another multiplier you can add into farming. Sneaking, what I want you to do is I want you to go through the pain of sneaking and try to min-max it yourself. If I give you any specific advice, I don't want you to tunnel vision into trying to do that. I think you should genuinely suffer in sneaking to understand how it works. It seems like you understand how the kunais work, though, so I don't need to explain that to you. The nunchucks, I feel like, are pretty self-explanatory. Just keep in mind, if you have a nunchuck on your character and they're knocking it out a door, they cannot gain coins. So, yeah. Farming is very, very slow, very painful early on. If you haven't progressed summoning far enough, farming is going to take literal weeks for you to get anywhere meaningful. Case in point, you don't have you don't have a lot of farming speed in summoning, so it's just really, really painful. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The achievement is a, 5% increase to magic beans? Don't worry about it right now. Save up for it, wait later. What I mean by buying in Gem Shop is just having bought the Instagrow generators gives you 20% stronger vines. It's just powerful on its own. I would use the Instagrows to get you more crops in day market, so you can buy stuff and make it faster. Because the more Instagrows you use now, the faster your farming is going to be down the line. Because looking at your farming, you only have 1% growth speed. And you have a crop that's growing right now for this right here. So you could just use an Instagrow, get this crop, and then upgrade it and get double the growth speed you currently have right now. The thing with the multipliers in summoning is that this farming speed is a multiplier. If you have 0% growth speed, what's 1.11 times 0? It's 0. So you don't have any farming speed whatsoever. And that same thing kind of applies to speed GMO. When you stack up speed GMO and you have 1,000 crops, if your day market sucks and you have 0 growth speed, this speed GMO completely useless. Does absolutely nothing for your speed. That's why farming day market and then night market is extremely important. I know I'm skipping over some nuance there for those who are more endgame and understanding of that, but again, the important thing is farm day market. That achievement for 5% magic beans is completely worthless to you right now because number 1, you can't even get magic beans. Number 2, you don't have any day market upgrades. So I know you're early world 6. I'm not roasting you for that. I'm just trying to give you some advice for you need to upgrade your day market. Yeah, and the beanstalk I wouldn't really even worry about. The one thing I do want to say is in regards to sailing, if you can't get the 10k stack on the beanstalk, I would split the hamster gummies across all of your characters. So getting a stack of like 10 to 20 across every single one of your characters is much better than having a stack of 500 on one character. Doing that makes it easier to collect sailing gain, which makes it easier to progress sailing. Yeah. And I honestly didn't even look at the food you have equipped on your characters, but I don't even see you have stacks of hamster gummies across your characters. I see you have a stack of 100 here and a stack of 400 here. So I would take the 500 you have across these, put 50 on each of the characters, and then that's it. And then once you collect the AFK gains on each of these characters, each one will give you a chance, seemingly a 15% chance, probably closer to 5-6% maybe, 5-6% chance to claim that AFK time as sailing progress, which will help you push the islands and get the treasure a lot faster. Early game sailing is really just 2 things. Really early sailing is coming to 2 things. 1, getting Ancient Fossary Tusk is big, because it gives you more artifact find chance. 2, AD Tablet for sailing speed. And 3, just farming loot. Farming loot so you can upgrade your boats to give you more speed so you can progress the further islands. That and also loot value. The more loot value you have, the more gold bars you get, the more island resources you get, the easier it is to upgrade the rest of your boats. So you want to prioritize loot value as much as you can, get a lot of these treasures and upgrade the loot value and sailing speed as much as you can on these boats. Push them to the furthest island that you possibly can that's taking you 2 hours to get those boats in. So you can take those resources, upgrade into further boats, and just cycle that back and forth until all your boats are caught up and you can get to further islands and sailing. Sailing's unlocked in World 5. All right, Hole. How's your Hole doing? Level 7 Explorer, so you're at the lamp, so you have Measure unlocked. So, all right, I'm gonna look at this real quick. So, not a lot of Conjurer points, so... Okay, so the thing about this UI that's a little confusing is I don't know if you've unlocked any of these Idleon magics. If you have, I recommend resetting. Okay, so you're at Cavern 7, which means you have the lamp unlocked. So what I would recommend is you have 2 options, depending how your Conjurer looks. Let me go into game to actually show you what I recommend. So keep in mind, I'm obviously a lot further progressed, so you don't have all these Conjurer points. I don't know what you bought in the gem shop, if you bought any Conjurer points. So Here's what I really recommend you do. Do not touch Idleon magic whatsoever. You have Dude, do not spend any points here. Now, for those of you who do not have Dude, I would recommend putting 2 pips into Pocket Divinity. Just straight up so you have extra god links and it makes it so much easier for you to progress the game. It's mini Dude. Your number 1 priority is going to come to Village Magic. Unlocking Opal Enthusiasm, Contented Creator, Cosmo Enhance. Do not put any extra pips into Cosmo Enhance because this bonus is way less than the other bonuses. I would, since you have Measurer, I mean, your Measurer is not that high. You're level 5s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have Daily Lamp Wishes. Not a whole lot for you. I would maybe recommend putting more pips into Opal Enthusiasm or Contented Creator. Because you get more Villager EXP than you do from putting pips into Lengthmeister. When it comes to Whole Magic, I would definitely prioritize Wishy-Washy for the Lamp Wishes. The more Lamp Wishes you get, easier it is for you to reconsider swapping Opal Investment or Conjurer points. I would absolutely recommend putting points into Monumental Vibes. The Monument bonuses you get will affect mining efficiency, catching efficiency, summoning essence generation. So catching and summoning essence are coming from Justice, which you don't have unlocked yet. I'll stick to Bravery. Hold on. Bravery, you get mining efficiency, you get Villager EXP, you get cooking speed, bucket fill rate, gaming bits, damage, bell ping rate eventually, monument AFK again eventually, all that stuff. You get all these bonuses are just straight up multiplied. Really, really good. You get really high mining efficiency this way. But Harp, you have Harp unlocked, so getting more strings just means you get more notes, so you can unlock more engineer stuff. The way I recommend doing Opal investment is just straight up unlocking all of these first, and then unlocking all of these. All of your Conjure points going into Wishy-Washy to max this out, putting 2 points into Harp to get 2 extra strings, 1 point into Monument, 3rd point into Harp, 2nd point into Monument, 4th point into Harp, last point into Monument, and then just straight up upgrading Opal Enthusiasm, Contented Creator, and then Lengthmeister. At this point, your Measurer is likely going to start being absolutely juiced and cracked when you have upgraded it. Measurer eventually gives you multi-kill per tier, a huge Harp Note multiplier, huge Harp Note multiplier, huge Harp Note string EXP, massive increase to bucket fill rate, a lot of daily lamp wishes. It's just really good return on investment. Lengthmeister is really, really good. It's one of the better ones, but it doesn't kick in until a little bit later, so it's okay delaying your Opal or your Conjurer point investment until a little bit later in the hole. But yeah, depending what your Conjurer point investment is, I'd reconsider trying to reset your Conjurer points. If they're okay following the kind of schematic I laid out earlier, I would reset your Opals and try to push them all into Measurer. Getting to Measurer level 10 is the first thing you should try to do. Secondly, getting Engineer level 17 is the other thing you should try to do. Well, actually, once you get Measurer level 10, maybe split across Explorer and Engineer is probably the other thing. Yeah. I don't know what else to really talk about for your account. Yeah. I don't know what else to really talk about for your account. I mean, overall, you're progressing. For someone who's only like 2 months into the game, you're doing really good. Really good. So keep up the good work. Oh yeah, Rift. We didn't talk about Rift. Let's look at Rift. Skill mastery. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the faster you get to Rift 21, easier sailing is going to be. Wait, sorry, hold on. 31. The easier sailing is going to be. Once you get Eldritch Artifacts, the first thing you should try to do is get Eldritch Fos Retusk, get Eldritch AD Tablet, and then try to push for Fury Relic after that. Fury Relic at Eldritch is going to be really good for you. Again, talent levels is more damage, more skilling efficiency. Stamp Mastery is just a good thing for you to get because it'll help you get stamps a lot faster. The 95% cost reduction is really, really good. I think it's probably my last bit of advice for you. I mean, your Ohhridz, your account is really good. For someone that's only 2 months in the game, you've progressed really far. You've done really well. There's not a lot to really roast you on for how early on you are in the game. I would just caution against pushing too hard too fast because your account's going to kind of suffer from that. So go back through the worlds kind of incrementally, relearn the mechanics if you're stuck on anything. As always, if you're not in the Discord, I recommend joining the Discord and just asking questions wherever you can, and happy to help you. So thanks for the account. Have a great day, man. As always, I'll see you in the stream if you're about by, and obviously in the Discord. I'd love to talk to you. Have a good one, man. Have a great day, YouTube.